More breaking news at Georgia. It has been a crazy offseason, needless to say. JT Daniels coming to Georgia from USC. This is breaking news just now. And there's a lot to be made of this. He was a very good quarterback on a not a very good team at SC in 2018. He enrolled early to play for the Trojans, and they had a losing season that year. Not necessarily because of him. I mean, you can look up his statistics. They weren't that bad. But I think that what happened was, as an enrolling early guy, there's a lot of pressure when you're supposed to be a senior in high school and you're playing as a true freshman in major college football. That's tough. So he goes to SC as a starter, goes through the tough first year. First game of the 19 season, ACL injury, first game. So what does this mean for him coming in to Georgia? At the beginning of the season, you had Jake Fromm leaving. People were a bit disgruntled, but they didn't want him to go. Well, he's gone now. But then they grabbed Jamie Newman, who is considered as a top 3 quarterback in college football in some circles. A guy that could be a a first round draft pick. You also have Carson Beck, Dwan Mathis, Stetson Bennett. You've got Brock Vandergriff coming in. So what does it mean that JT Daniels is coming to Georgia? I think the biggest thing that people need to remember is you're dealing with Kirby Smart here. And there is one particular rule that Kirby deals with. And that is that no position is safe and that you're going to have to fight for everything you get at Georgia. Whether you're Jake Fromm and you have to saw your way through Jacob Eason only to have Justin Fields come behind you, or if you're Nick Chubb, Sony Michel, having to fight it out to have the most carries for that position. This is normal, I think, now at Georgia, particularly at quarterback, it seems. So I think for the younger guys, the question may be, well, why did you go out and do this? And the answer is, let's see who the best quarterback is. The question for me moving forward is, it looks like, I can't understand why he wouldn't be eligible, Daniels, in 2020. There are no rules anymore on transfers. Justin Fields' situation proved that. And if you're going to transfer kids, which the NCAA basically blanketly has done, and enter the coronavirus situation we've got right now, I expect this kid to be able to play immediately. The question is, will he start? It's hard to imagine that he would start coming in as a transfer, but we've seen, at Georgia, 2016, Jacob Eason starts. He had only been there for, 8 months. 2017, Jake Fromm, similar situation. So, I don't think it's out of the question. It's hard to wrap your head around that being the case. What does this mean for guys like Brock Vandergriff and Carson Beck? I think it just means, essentially, I could see a situation where, if you play this out in your head, Newman starts in 2020. You would think Daniels probably would start in 2021, although I don't think that's as certain as Newman starting, which is not necessarily certain either in 2020. But then you would say, hey, this kid's been 18, 19, 20, 21. That's probably going to be it for JT Daniels. But this is a former 5-star guy. So I would think that maybe he plays as a starter for a year or 2. But after that, it's hard for me to see that he would stick around for a long time. Don't worry about the redshirt situation, because he's not getting to a 6th year or a 5th year or something like that. This guy's coming into play and leave. So I think for the younger guys, it just means, hey, you got to compete for your spot to go play and start. If you win the job, that means you're better than guys that are going to be playing in the NFL anyway. So this is the world Kirby Smart has built. And I don't think there's anything wrong with it, but I think that it just means that you never are safe up there. All right, Dean Legge for Dog Post, making you a smarter Georgia fan. Click up here. I'm going to get you ready for a modified 2020 season. JT Daniels in the vote for the Dogs. Let's just see what happens moving forward. We'll have you covered all the way, as you know. Thanks for watching. We'll see you over on the website.